Okay. So I want to give a shout out to Laura Williams with Vinyl Lollipops.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Doing a Fastrich interview here. So
Yeah.
we're going to answer some questions that she was asking here. So Sarah wants to kind of narrate.
Happy to. So, band members and instruments. I'm Sarah. I'm the bassist. We'll just go down the line.
Yeah.
I'm the banjo player. Vocalist from J-Rod.
Vicky, Spencer, Jackson, guitars.
Strictly Jackson.
Yeah.
Don't let the Agartha video fool you. The BC Rich is badass, but she's mainly a Jackson person, man.
Yes. And I'm JoJo Fastrich. I'm the drummer. And I'm basically called the Freight Train. That's what I've been known as.
JoJo, the Freight Train, Fastrich, man.
Yeah,
So, first question. I'm sorry, are you ready?
Yeah.
First question, what genre of music do you consider Fastrich to be?
Anybody else want to answer quick?
I know what he's going to say right away. Metal! Rock metal. We're rock metal. But we got different elements to us. We can definitely, we pull in from everything. So that we can have some grungy type, influences coming in, So it's a little bit of everything, man. But it's just rock and roll at the end of the day, rock and roll metal,
Yeah.
But we pull a lot of different influences in for sure.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. I think that we're like metal. We're metal that's not like grindy death metal-y, but we're more like, and I'm going to bring our name up because
Classic
I'm wearing
metal.
the shirt. Yeah,
Yes.
we're a lot like
Classic
Black Label
metal.
Society.
Every time you solo and it's just us three going, it feels like Rush.
And here's
Like,
what,
Don't tell it to JoJo. Don't tell it to JoJo.
oh no.
Hey, it's like we're in with the Rush. Rock and roll. JoJo's like, no, I've had enough of
Scratch
Rush.
that, scratch. All right, never mind. Rush, Green Day.
Right.
They remind me of Green Day.
No.
Different rock trio.
You're burying yourself right now in JoJo's eyes. Like,
Yeah, so
so you're not making this any better, Sarah?
I'm the baby. That's what my first CD was
Okay.
Dookie by Green Day.
Hey, we're the best one.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Sorry.
yeah, I consider us. I mean, if you want to really get down to the nitty gritty, I think we're like feel metal. Like we play what we feel, and bands have emotions. They go up and down. So we write sometimes with the emotions intact. Our singer's very good at that.
I'm sorry, the second album's a little more sad. That's all me. I'm to blame for that.
It's all from the heart, whatever.
Yeah.
But if it helps people through hard times, you know what?
Yes.
I'm willing to make that sacrifice, to let you know, whatever you're feeling, if you're feeling the same thing as us, you're not alone.
Yeah.
So that's what's beautiful.
That's
about
what we
music.
are. We're happy metal.
Got that right.
But yeah, we always try. That's the thing. Even with darker topics and stuff like that, we still try to keep the positivity there.
Right
overall.
on. Right on. That's it. Okay.
Happy metal.
Next question. What's the ultimate direction for your band? National tours. An opening for national acts?
Yeah.
I think we could all.
That's our
What?
step.
Well,
Okay, that's not the ultimate direction. That's step one.
well, the ultimate direction. Me and Vicky have been talking about this, and I've been talking with a lot of my older friends about it. This music's coming back. We could be on the first wave of the new metal coming back that is like the progressive Metallica, Pantera. The kick you in the face metal's coming back. Everybody's kind of tired of the lollipop metal and all that other crap that's out there.
Yeah.
And
Not anything to do with the show. It's
yeah, not
nothing
anything
to do with the lollipop.
show, but anyway, that's the direction I feel like. I feel like we're going to kick some doors down and maybe turn some people's heads. And touring, that's what we want to do. We want to tour. If we have to open for somebody at first, but I feel like we could be a headliner eventually. I feel like we have that energy. And that's all I have. Anybody else have any input on this?
We just kind of go around on
How
this.
about
one,
you,
I'm thinking.
Vicky?
Yeah, skip me now.
No.
No.
What's our direction? Oh, I already said worldwide. We want to play for,
Yeah.
for everybody. We got something to offer everybody.
Yeah.
And what I say is, you know what? It all depends on you, the fans. How far do you guys want to see us go? Because you guys are along for the ride, and we wouldn't be here without you.
It
So
will be
it
fun.
really depends. How far do you want to see us go? And we go together because you guys are with us. So it's really up to you guys. We love the fan.
I
Yes.
can't really follow up more than that.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Right.
you said it right from the beginning.
Yeah,
So-
I agree, and like on a personal note, like this, like I've told you guys before, this is a different like brand of music entirely for me. I've been in DIY bands before, but coming from the contract side of things, that's great. But like I said, it's corporate music versus like something that I own that I made, and that's been a really fun, special experience.
Yep.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Yes.
So-
Put your whole self in it.
Yes.
That's
So really, at the end of the day, you guys are the deciding factor, man. Whether you want to see us playing, bars, local clubs, or you want to see us on stages with Metallica and Pantera, it's totally up to you guys. So.
That's it. Totally.
sorry, I'm just
So-
taking notes so like we
That's
can.
fine.
Yeah. How would you describe your music making process? Example: writing music and lyrics. So, yeah, we just kind of jam.
we feel it,
It's-
jam it, and then sometimes it is like a once through. It's all it takes. Other
Right.
times it takes.
It's kind of along the lines, the same thing I was saying too. I mean, it's all different process for each of us. Like me being the vocalist and stuff like that, I will always, jot down lyrics whenever I have them or melody ideas. But I always feel like music first and foremost inspires me. So I always know when something's strong and powerful. When you get those goosebumps and your hairs are standing up and the words are just flowing out, like Vicky will come up with an awesome riff and JoJo will start banging away on drums, Sarah's rocking the bass, and something comes along, you feel that. And those are always the best songs, the ones that flow out, pour out naturally. Like you barely, it's pretty much like the song writes itself. It really does. And those I found out always end up being the best songs. The ones you don't have to work out as much
Yes.
and just flow natural. Some of the other stuff you got to kind of critique and work at a little bit, but you can work them into shape for sure. So
Yeah, exactly. That's and I also feel like we've been doing that a lot. Like, damn near every song has felt like that. Writing that, I don't know if we should put that in an interview, but like,
Right.
yeah.
Well, the song "Sound of Doom" was written just by walking past my Strat. I hit the E and then the two high strings, and it just
and that one's been picking up. Yeah, that one's been picking up. So thank you, TikTok.
created a vibe.
Fastrich, fam of TikTok, man. That one's picked up a lot. So Sounds of Doom, they're loving it on there.
Well, also the writing. I feel like I have a connection with Vicky. We played with Wicked Angel, and that band was pretty national. And the connection we have, like when we play together, if I throw a beat out, she automatically throws a riff over it. And sometimes we'll go down the basement and not even intend to, and write like a whole song, and then go back. And sometimes I say to myself, I don't know if I can play that again.
There's some songs on this set, too much to handle. Like, that song. Sorry, I'll edit that out.
We've written some other ones that are real fast like that
Right.
too, that were instrumentally, and when I listened back to it, I was like, man, that's great, but I've got to try to play that again. and I mean, that's where we're coming from. I mean, most of the stuff we write is simple, but it's simple but different because we're trying to throw different riffs and different beats out there, and I think we're managing to do it so far. So that's just my input on the whole thing.
Definitely.
And it's a
Yeah.
spiritual connection. I got
Absolutely.
a spiritual connection with everybody in this room, I can tell.
Yeah.
So that's
It's all
where it's
about having the
at.
chemistry. Yep.
That's where it's
For sure.
at.
The next is why call the band Fastrich, and then
This
sorry.
guy.
Because it's a great last name.
That's our drummer's last name, and he's a legend in the scene, man. He's been doing this forever. So
The name lives on.
You know, I know the Van Halen's used Van Halen, and I mean, and it's not like it's an ego thing with my name. The last name just happens to fit what we do. The name, like I said, it fits this band, and like J-Rod said, I've been in the business a long time. It's not about ego. I don't want the name. People go, oh, it's JoJo, he just wants to name the band after. No, it's not how this came around. I mean, it was a unanimous vote from other people before I ever agreed to name the band that.
It's actually my idea.
Yeah, it was actually Vicky's idea.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's how that came around anyway.
Yes.
But don't get the wrong impression. None of us here are rich. Okay, we're not Fastrich. I quit
Not
smoking, but I still got the burn holes in my jacket here, so my hoodie. So none of us are rich by any means, but you know,
Not
the
yet.
rock and roll and you guys keep us alive.
We
so.
definitely are starving musicians.
Yeah. What should fans expect to experience at a show?
What do you think, Sarah?
Metal!
Yeah. High energy.
High energy.
High energy.
Headbanging.
And we have
Feel
that.
good.
We have
Party
that
time.
in this band. We are going to work on a stage show, and when
Our
we,
fans will be entertained.
yeah, when we come out, we're going to be in your face because that's what this metal is. It's happy
whole
in your face music, and that's where we're at with it. So I mean, that's my input.
And everybody, you know, feeling connected. That's the most beautiful thing about music.
With the
It's
fans.
universal, man.
With the fans.
You know, people from all walks of life, they come in and you know what? They feel like they got a home, you know? And that's because they're a part of this too. So they're like basically the fifth element of this band. You know, they're what pushes us and motivates us to keep it a rocking for them, you know?
You know what drives me is when I look out of the crowd and I'm banging my head and they're banging their heads right
Yep.
with me. There's nothing like it,
Yep.
man. It's
Yep.
one of the best feelings in the
It's
world.
magnetic.
That's what it's all
It's
about.
magnetic. You feel that energy, and the crazier they get, the crazier we get.
That's
what
it. And
feed off the energy.
you know, it's really the only reason. I mean, at this point in my life, if I had money, it'd be cool. If I didn't, it'd be cool. I just want to play, man. It's really all there is to it. The fame part of it, I don't really care about. But it's fun. I mean, me and Vicky walk around and people recognize us. I mean, it's kind of fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, but it can be annoying too. My other friends that are out there that are famous can tell you that. So, anyway, I'm going to pass on that.
JoJo, so that's we got to be like, no, we love it all the time. Like, but I get it. Like celebrities, they'll be out. There's times and places. Like if they're out to dinner, you know, with their families or whatever. There's certain times and places for that. So I get. They'll be at the grocery store just shopping, and it's like they might have got off doing a 12-hour day because they're stagehands and stuff too, and they're just like, it's great meeting you guys, but today's an off day for. We all have off days, so don't ever. If you guys meet us on one of those days, don't ever think we're assholes because we love you guys. You fans mean everything to us. So. You guys believe in us. You guys support us. We love and support you. So we're all in this together.
All right.
Thank you, fans.
Yes.
Fam forever.
Fan fam.
Mm-hmm.
Typical question here. Who has influenced you the most via music?
Oh,
We'll have to go around the room.
this one's gonna take a while for this one.
I'm gonna try and go as quick as I can and say the first CDs that I remember that I recall having because I'm a 90s baby, whatever, was Dookie in 5th grade was the first CD I ever had. My mom got it for me because she was like, Sarah likes Green Day. And I'm like, I listened to it, I'm like,
You're taking me back.
What?
My skateboarding days.
anyways, so Dookie, Apostrophe by Frank Zappa, Erykah Badu's Bag Lady. That is, I mean, I play a lot of different kinds of music in general, but that one comes to mind because, again, the feel of this music is there's heavy bass in there, and it just playing the same. This sounds clinical in a way, but playing like the same function of bass between two different genres in a way where you're just there and you're not really stepping on anyone, and doing that in both genres has been really neat to like see how those two come along. But that's so. Green Day, Frank Zappa, Erykah Badu. Trying to keep
Music
it
is
quiet.
so fun.
Oh my
I
god.
saw Green Day live with My Chemical Romance.
I saw the Hella Mega Tour. Oh, missed Weezer, but Fall Out Boy and Green Day, so good.
And that's what's cool because we all got different influences, and like the more stuff you listen to, the more colorful your music is because it's more unique because you're pulling in, you know,
Hydrate or dihydrate.
different influences from all over instead of just being one direction, one genre, so on. But to answer these, so I'm going to actually use this one here because I don't want to leave out any of these bands because I feel like there's bands that influence us all as a whole collective, and then there's the ones individually that we jive with and stuff like that too. So I want to say first and foremost here, I don't think any of us would be here without Black Sabbath.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hands down.
Yeah,
So you got to.
I would say that would be a number one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hands down, without them, you know, we wouldn't be here. So Thank you to the godfathers of metal. So we got Black Sabbath here, Ozzy Osbourne, of course, with the solo stuff. Metallica, Pantera, Megadeth, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, UFO, Motorhead, Alice Cooper, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Kiss, Typo Negative, Black Label Society, Alice in Chains, old Motley Crue. No offense to them, but we're kind of Team Mick Mars in here. It's kind of dirty how they did him, so old school Motley Crue. Down with some grunge thrown in there too. So we got like Stone Temple Pilots, and we have the Alice in Chains listed here. We've gotten told we sound like Nazareth at times. I mean, we got love some Nazareth. Leonard Skinner, Misfits, Danzig, Guns N' Roses, Slipknot, Korn, Mudvayne. We've heard people say Dokken too for us. Even Queen and stuff too. So a little bit of everything, as well as some others. Paradise Lost. Me, individually, I love a lot of Scandinavian rock and roll. My favorite scene for music is Finland, Helsinki, Finland. So like bands like him, Poison Black, 69 Eyes, and others. Sweden, you got Ghost out of Sweden, the Swedish death metal scene out there. Norwegian black metal, Mayhem, Demi Borgir, and others. But you guys too, so throw in some. Who'd I leave out there?
Currently, my favorites that I am most inspired by would be Michael Schenker,
UFO.
Richie Faulkner,
Whoa.
yes,
Yes.
Zach Wilde,
Yes.
and jeez,
Is that Joe Bonamassa?
Joe Bonamassa, that's exactly who I was.
Yeah, I've heard some
Joe Bonamassa,
Yeah.
huge Bonamassa fan.
Shout out to my friend Katie. She's like the biggest Joe Bonamassa fan ever.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
But she's a huge metalhead. Creator too. She loves Creator.
shoot. Of course, I grew up listening to Van Halen.
Oh yeah, of course. That's what we left out. Van Halen should have been in there. I knew I was gonna miss some, but Van Halen should definitely be in there.
Yeah.
Neil Sean, Journey,
Mm-hmm.
Gary Richrath.
Scorpions.
And we can, it's rolling, but.
Rob Zombie, White Zombie should be included in there too. Damn it.
Yes.
All right.
You know what? Here.
Yeah,
I mean-
let me grab my notebook and write some names
Pause.
down.
This-
Part 2 of the interview. Here we go.
Yeah. Let me. Let's go grab my book.
Oh.
We got it.
What else we got? What's some other questions? All right, we can always go back to some of the bands. We got a lot of bands. That's the hardest one because there's so many bands out there. We got a lot of influences.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else? Wait, did I skip one? How fans can locate, or fans and future fans locate, listen to, or buy your music. Right.
So as of right now, we're streaming on most platforms and stuff too. So you can catch us on Spotify, Pandora, stuff like that. YouTube, Fastrich band YouTube. We got a lot of views on even Facebook and stuff. So like our #1 hit song right now happens to be Rock and Roll Queen. And that's got like 14K right now. So thank you guys so much. It's because of the fans, man. So we love you guys. So TikTok's been picking up, So it's, however you get the music, rock on.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like your fans to know?
This is JoJo.
Yeah, my grandfather Joe Fastrich, which I kind of played drums with him when I was a kid. He got me into it. He paid for my drum lessons. Was a big influence on me. Scott Travis from Judas Priest is a big influence on me, and Vinnie Paul was a big influence on me. The first time I saw Pantera and I saw his double kick work, I knew I wanted to play like that. So anyway, that's my influences. Fastrich.
Yeah.
So, and to answer the last question, where it was saying, what we'd say to the fans is, we love you. You guys are a part of this too. You guys keep us going. So, the blood in our veins, man, to keep things pumping and rocking. It's you guys. It's you guys. So, we appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts. You guys are the fifth element of this band, and we're all in this together. So, thank you. We can't thank you enough for all the love.
Our
and support.
fans rock.
Yep.
Thank you.
I mean, you're kind of doing this with us because
You
we are actually bold enough to put reality. A lot of my friends that are in bigger bands are saying, "Why are you putting videos out that aren't
We do things differently,
aren't
man.
perfect?" And the reason I'm saying this right now is because It's like a reality show of a band trying to make it. This is what you have
It's
to
different,
do. You have to
yeah.
practice, write songs,
Yep.
be vigilant. You can't listen to people chewing you, going,
Yeah.
just believe in yourselves, and that's all you need. And, that's
Yep. And I agree 100%. And I think too, bringing that back, we're not that kind of band that's like overly polished. I mean, a lot of stuff, it's lost its character nowadays, not to diss on any band stuff, but a lot of the new music nowadays is this stuff that's been over polished, and it's missing the character and the attitude, the old school attitude of rock and roll. Because that's the thing. Back when it was reel to reel, like my dad used to say, he's like, "Oh, you kids don't know how lucky you are today." It's like, we go reel to reel. If you mess up, you cut tape and start all over again. But the thing that's awesome about that is just how much character there was in that music. If you go back and listen to those, like Led Zeppelin tracks, there are going to be mistakes and stuff. Rolling Stones, there's going to be some mistakes in there, but that's what makes us human, and the character's there. We're not trying, we're not trying to just seem like fake or phony or anything like that. We are human. We are human, and there's going to be mistakes in the songs and stuff, but the attitude and the passion and everything is there. It's in the music.
Yep.
So not everything's meant to be perfect, but we play it with passion. We play it with passion. So
We are a feel band, and that's what we should be.
yep.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, yeah.
So,
Thank you.
all right,
Thank you guys
everybody.
again.
And thank you so much.
Have a great week.
So
and everything.
Laura Williams, Vinyl Lollipops.
Yeah.
Shout out. Thank you for having us.
Lollipop, hey.
You rock. Rock on.
Okay.